Okay, here's a quick walkthrough of the trades I took today with my mentees in my mentorship session. All right, so I want to give you a quick walkthrough. Also, I did manage to record a small portion of this on my YouTube. However, that video was not even my favorite because I give myself 3 trades and it kind of ruined my whole trading day. So I had to use my next combine, close out the trade, then I went to the options market. Wasn't my favorite day, but whatever. I still end up getting this last drop, which was beautiful. All right, so my thought pattern. Before this even happened, I actually got my entry from the 1 minute, okay? So I'm not gonna go too in depth, but I'm gonna show you where I entered this trade, okay? Okay, so this is the 1 minute. Okay, so I entered the trade from the 1 minute point of view, but to get a sniper entry. All right, but initially the trade start pulling back. This was me. Okay, so right here, first on my first Top Step account, I entered. Initially, I entered the trade right here. Okay. However, it was pulling back, and knowing me, I wasn't supposed to come out the trade. Okay, but the account has some specific rules that I couldn't break, so I rather get out my trade, break even, rather than the Nasdaq blowing my account, because when the volume hits, the volume hits. However, I wasn't aware that it doesn't count as one trade. It locked me out my account, so I wasn't able to trade on that combine. But I went to my next combine, and I did close the trade prematurely because I went to the option market. Okay, I went to the option to take the trade. However, when you trade an option, it's not the same. You don't see, $500 here, and the market just moves smoothly. Sometimes the market is dropping. Your contracts are barely moving. But it depends on your delta, so that's also important. So the reason after I saw this, let me zoom in. After I see this lower high, right here, I went back into the trade and I literally wrote it down right here. Okay, I'm not the greedy person to hold my trade I know it's gonna go there, but just in case it decides to reverse at 90%, I'm out at like 80, 75%. It depends. Okay, if I see that there's much volume, like just now, I wasn't even trying to take this trade, to be honest. So I saw that price takeout. Price came to this area, right? It broke past this resistance area, and usually when price come up here, it takes out the previous highs, right? And if you see this, knowing me, when it comes to sell on the Nasdaq, I'm 10 steps ahead of Nasdaq. But anyway, I was minding my business. Then I saw the break of my trend line, so I jumped in the trade right here, and I was wondering, is it gonna keep pushing up or down? I promise you, I know the Nasdaq so much. I'm like, nah. Based on what already happened and what didn't happen, I'm gonna hold the trade because I know it's gonna come back down. Guys, I went in in contract with all the money that was in my account. I even end up having $3 left, and I went in this trade as well, okay, with a $3 contract, and that came out to be a 200% return on top of the other contract that I take. This was dropping. However, this is why I love futures. In futures, you'll be making your money when you see these candlesticks dropping. The candlestick was pushing, and it was barely crawling. Okay, at one point I was gonna get out with my lower contracts, but I just left it alone I had confidence and I know this was gonna happen. And this morning I did say the price is gonna come down first, then it's gonna go up. If you go back and watch my videos on the channel, you will see that I've been very much accurate with the Nasdaq. I don't only trade the Nasdaq, I study the Nasdaq. All right, so literally, as you can see, this is also my pattern from earlier. I know my chart looked messy, but I understand it. If there's a line there, it's for a reason. So this was my pattern as well. And price broke out. Wait, what am I talking about now? Oh yeah. So price broke my pattern again. And obviously, here's a secret. When if price come here once, like here, usually it goes below that. Not all the time, but often. And this is why you have to pay attention to your chart. You could set and forget, but you want to make sure you're not holding your trade till thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Okay, you want to be smart. 1 to 2, this was a good trade. This was a 1 to 7. This one was quick and short. When the market hits and there's much volume, I try to just get in and get out. And that's where the option market is risky. If you don't have that TP and it hits your TP instantly, you're going to be sitting down in reversal. And this is what I was saying, right? So the trade that I took an option trade this morning, a sell, and I left that one running, okay, just in case, because I know the market was going to drop. Okay, so after the market went up, actually I left one in a buy and in a sell, to be honest. So I was expecting the market it could have continued pushing up, okay, but I wasn't married to that. So the one that I left at the sell right here, I left it alone. Okay, I was willing to lose that money. However, the market came back up and I was watching it here. And then slowly but surely, it started pushing down. And that's how that losing contract ended in a profitable contract. So that's the upside of option. Not because it goes against you mean you lose the trade for the day. No. So be smart about what I'm saying. Don't stay in the trade and say Queen Esther say. That's gambling. You want to make sure you're using strategy, good judgment, and you have the knowledge. All right. So if the market would have went up, I was okay with losing that money. Don't risk what you're not willing to lose. However, this is what I'm saying. If the market just start going against you and you risk like $200, you know what? I'm willing to lose that. I'm gonna just leave it alone because the market might come back down. That's not your intention, but knowing the market and how it moves, you left it alone. Okay, if you have like a 0-day expiry, all right. I left it alone. The market came up, and I was flat out. I was almost like no in stop loss. I was deep in almost no money left on that contract, and then the market just started dropping, and I ended my contract in profit. So I went from like a $5 contract from the 200 to $120 something. So it's not bad, huh? But just to give you an example, now what is the market doing right now? I think the market is closed right now. No, it's still open, but the futures market is closed, I think. Is it open? It's actually closed. It just said the markets are closed, so you can't trade all day, okay? And that's something I want to talk about. Know when to hold your trades and know when to get out. This is nothing to be holding this volume. You just take your money and go. When there's much extra volume, the prices increase a lot as well. And this right here was very smooth. It's just dropped. It did come back to give a little resistance, but I held the trade and it hit my TP like literally to the T, okay? But I took this trade in the options market, in the options chain as well, okay? So I study the chart, I watch it. I just do it for no reason. I don't sit on my chart and try to press button every day. I watch it keenly. And that's how I became the best Nasdaq trader. I mean, you might not think so, but I know so. I hope this video blesses you. And I see you in my next slide. Go subscribe if you haven't. And press that subscribe button if you didn't. And like, I have lots of value and gems to drop to save you headaches. and pitfalls, avoid those pitfalls as I wish I did as a beginner trader.